I think it'll take some time. Okay, it has started. Fine.
Yes.
So the recording is started. So let's start with the interview. So hey Yash, how are you?
Hi, Vaishya. I'm good.
Okay. So Yash, let's start with a small introduction. Could you please tell me something about yourself?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Yash. As you already know, I was brought up in Pune and I have graduated in Electronics and Telecommunications from Pune Institute of Computer Technology. I also had interest in problem solving. So, along with my academics, I also explored competitive programming and software development. Now, I work as a software developer at Union Bank of Switzerland in the regulatory reporting team. One personal achievement that I'm particularly proud of is managing C++ special interest groups and teaching C++ to more than 100 juniors through PICTI EEE Club. Outside work, I enjoy pushing myself into new environments, may it be a solo international trip, a Himalayan trek, or learning drums. And yeah, I also enjoy playing table tennis with my friends.
Fine, totally fine. That's great, Yash. So good to hear. So could you, since you told about a lot about problem solving, competitive programming, and C++, so could you please tell me the basic concepts of object-oriented programming?
Yeah, so object-oriented programming basically it revolves around four pillars that are of object. Oops. The first one is encapsulation. That is, we encapsulate all of the data into a single object. Now, what is an object? So you can consider it as anything around you that has some properties that have some values that you can express. The second one is inheritance. Like in the real world, you must have seen children inheriting properties of their parents. In the same way, we can inherit properties from one class to another. The third one is data abstraction to get only the required data out. Uh, to get only the required data out. And the fourth one is polymorphism, that is having different forms. Like you must have seen
Okay, great. I
someone.
got it. You know about the four pillars. Now, could you please tell me that since you are in a software development role, but I see your UG is in electronics and telecommunications. So why didn't you take computer
Yes.
engineering and why did you choose ENTC?
So after 12th, I was confused if I should take computer science or I should go into electronics and telecommunications. So electronics and telecommunications is kind of a parent branch of computer science and IT programs. So I chose not to restrict myself, and yeah, so I went ahead with electronics and telecommunications.
So you chose not to restrict yourself, but did you know that ANTC is like a lot of in-depth subjects in electrical? Like you'll be learning a lot about semiconductors, maybe whatnot, and all those
Yeah.
other subjects. So don't
Yes.
don't you think if you would have chosen computer engineering, you would have been more like you would have achieved more specialization in computer engineering rather than actually studying some unnecessary subjects in ENTC?
At that point of time, I didn't actually know that what is exactly taught in electronics and telecommunications, what hands-on experience I'll be getting, and what hands-on experience I'll be getting in computer science. Um, so like in electronics also, there are some subjects related to computer science. So I thought, why not take electronics as a subject?
Okay. So you seem like a very confused person. So what if you choose MBA now in XLRI BM and tomorrow you will actually feel that even XLRI in BM is not a good fit for me and you venture into somewhere else. So do you think it can happen?
I don't think so. I think that MBA is right now a very good choice for me. And yeah, the thing you said that you feel like I'm a confused person. It's not like I was confused. It's just like I didn't want to restrict myself. Uh, yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's move ahead. And Yash, could you please tell me some of the maybe since you want to pursue MBA, why do you want to pursue MBA specifically from XLRI?
Why specifically from XLRI is because XLRI has a very good curriculum. It is very less stress oriented regarding to other B schools. It it has its own specialization, its own specialized subjects. It has a good
Did you say
faculty.
very less stress oriented on other B schools? Then I would like to
No,
tell
as
you.
in, yeah.
I would like to tell
Uh,
you that we don't get sleep. Forget about sleep in term one. You won't get any sleep. There will be like a lot of pressure on you, and it's a totally false fact. You will have a lot of stress. So yeah, it's not true.
not
Go ahead.
not exactly related to pressure, but with a good culture that XLRI is having, you feel it like a less pressure. Means if you have a good culture and you have a lot of pressure, you will still feel it less rather than having a not so good culture and a lot of pressure. So in that way, I said relatively, I would find the pressure less having a good culture
Okay,
at
so could you please
XLRI.
elaborate more on the culture you're talking about in XLRI?
Um, in depth, I can't elaborate.
You can't elaborate in depth.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. No worries, no worries. Totally no worries. So, since you want to pursue your course in BM, did you get time to explore the kind of subjects you'll be studying in BM and XLRI?
Yes, I've read about strategy. I've read about operations management. I've read about information technology. So,
Okay, okay. So, any subject which you found interesting, like just thoda sa?
yeah. So I think that strategy would be a bit interesting about learning about what strategies current organizations apply, how do they manage competition, what strategy they get to go ahead of the competition is what I find interesting.
Fine. Okay. So you okay. So do you connect strategy to any company? Like could you pick out two companies, like two competitors in market and say that this company had a good strategy, that's why it is ahead in market? Any competitors on top of your head?
Um, Yeah, so I can name one I can name is Board. If you see, Board had a very good strategy to in a very existing headphone market, in a very existing market, they stood up and they are a very big brand now. So Board came up with a
Could you
strategy
tell me the
like
basic strategy, basic funda on which boat operates?
on which Board operates. It operates like customers, it is more customer centric and it started with direct selling to the customers without having intermediators. So,
So what was
uh,
the what was the major advantage for the customers? Like one specific
um,
advantage which I'm looking for.
yeah, so in the people in between, if they cut off, there is a less there is more for the customers to get in a less price. So even the factory, even the company earns more and the customers have to pay less. So directly B2C selling was a major goal that was achieved by Root.
Okay, great. So, in your UG, which was your favorite subject?
And my UG, my favorite subject was power devices and circuits, as in if I can tell more about it. So, yeah, you must have seen that in our household we get an AC current, then we turn it to a DC current. So, I was interested in knowing that how is this done? Why do we require a DC current? How is
Okay,
AC
okay, fine. So,
powerful?
could you please tell me who invented transformer?
Mhm. I cannot recall.
Okay, no worries. Fine, totally fine. You must have read about it maybe somewhere, 11th, 12th. JEE वगैरह तो
Yeah,
दिया होगा.
yeah. I must have read about it, but I am not able to read.
No worries, totally no worries, fine. So, could you please tell me, since you have 1.5 years of work ex, okay, before jumping into your work ex, I just had one last question. Okay. Since you gave JE, right?
Yeah,
Could you please tell me what's a balanced Wheatstone bridge?
yeah. A balanced Wheatstone bridge. It is used to find resistance of an unknown resistor. As in, there are four resistors that are connected, like two in series, and those are connected in parallel. And the ratio of the first two is equal to the ratio of the second two. So what happens is, and in the center we try to keep a galvanometer. So what happens is when the voltage is divided across, in the between there is a 0 volt gap. If the ratio is the same, in between there is a 0 volt voltage difference that is present. So the galvanometer should show zero current flowing through it. On
Okay.
that principle, of Wheatstone bridge works. Yeah.
Works fine, fine, totally fine. Okay. So have you worked in your organization? Do you know anything about DBMS or databases? Have you worked on databases?
Yeah, we connect to databases as well. Like the
Which
systems we
are the
create.
databases you have worked in?
I have worked with Oracle SQL, Oracle database.
So can you please tell me about Oracle SQL, the kind type of database it is? Like, what are the types of databases which you have?
Types of databases. One was relational database, and one was something like object-oriented database. So the relational one, we have rows and columns, and it has some SQL statements that we can write. And the others, yeah, others, there are different ways to get data extracted.
Okay,
So
so
Oracle,
uh, I
so
was actually
Oracle,
looking for structured, unstructured, and semi-structured, but it's okay. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
okay.
could you please tell me how the Oracle SQL, like the kind of database it is?
Yeah. So Oracle is a relational database, and it has many inbuilt features like indexing for fast searching, and yeah, fast data insertions. It is kind of a whole module that they give you, and it is very easy for organizations to onboard onto Oracle. So that's why we use Oracle.
Fine. Okay, great. So, more, let's actually jump in. Since you have been staying, how long have you been staying in Pune?
From around 2006, that is 3 years after my birth.
Okay, that's a pretty long time. So, could you please tell me about some 4 or 5 places to visit in Pune if I come to Pune?
Yeah, so if you are interested about educational and historical things in Pune, you should go to Sadashivpet. You will find the Shaniwar Wada over there. You can go to the first girls' school that was formed, that is Savitribai Phule School, which is present in
Okay, did you say Savitribai Phule School? Like, tell me who
that
was
is present
Savitribai Phule?
in Phule. Yeah, Savitribai Phule was the first woman who started to teach girls in India, along with her husband.
Who was
Yeah,
Savitribai Phule's
then
husband?
mm, his name right now. I just have it on my tongue. Yeah, but
Okay, no worries. No worries, no worries.
the next place you can, if you are a foodie,
Did you
you
say
should
Shaniwar
should
Wada? So could you please
yes.
tell me like why was the history of Shaniwar Wada? I'm very curious to know about it.
History of Shaniwar Wada is there is not a lot history about Shaniwar Wada. It is just like a rule where Maratha people were present. And if you check the history, the Shaniwar Wada is not present completely right now. The Shaniwar Wada you will be seeing it will be just a 10% of the original Shaniwar Wada that was present. So Pune was a strategic place for the Marathas, and they to have their power, it was Shaniwar Wada that was used.
So who was the major ruler actually who Shaniwar Wada is associated with?
Not no idea, like not in deep, no idea in them.
Okay, fine, totally fine. Okay, so let's actually explore your work experience a bit. So you told me that you have worked for 1.5 years in Bank of Switzerland, right?
Yes.
So, could you please tell me more? Like you told about you worked in C++ plus plus and such. So, could you please tell me more about your role in detail? Like, what did you do exactly there?
Yeah. The bank I work in is an investment bank. So what does an investment bank do? It invests on behalf of its clients. It gives suggestions. It manages assets for many of its clients, mutual funds, etc. When we execute any transaction on the behalf of a bank or on the behalf of our client, so these transactions have to be reported to the regulators, that is the stock market regulators, and that I work in that team basically. So what my team does is we pick up data from one side and we send it to another side. So we ensure that data, there is no latency in the data. Data is forwarded timely. As in regulators want the data, some regulators want it within 3 minutes, 4 minutes from the transaction that is being processed. Like my team, we own systems around 40 to 44 systems that pick data from one side and we pass data onto the another side, which in the end is reported to the regulators. So yeah, that
Okay.
is where I
So
work in.
that's pretty good. Since you work in the investment banking and actually are dealing with sorry, you work in investment banking and you're actually dealing with a lot of investments and data here. So there is a situation where what happens is you get to know that your company is actually involved in some shady business. Okay, there might be they are actually inflating, like they are actually tampering with the data, or they are actually playing with the investors' money, or maybe inflating the stock prices or something as such. So they are doing some inside trading or something. So how will you deal with the situation? Just I want to know your thought process.
There is no need to me dealing with the situation, as in the regulators were already like each transaction that we perform is kept a watch on by the regulators. So any of this stuff that will be done will be first caught by the regulators, and there will be hefty fines that will be imposed on UBS.
Okay, somehow
If
the regulator is is on it, okay, and you just got involved and you got him on board, and the company has strategically devised something, okay, regulator is also on board, and it's like the public which is getting affected, the actually the investors' money which is getting affected, not you guys. You guys have all teamed up. Then what will you do?
Yeah, I'll see actual if what is the actual impact that is getting created. And yeah, if I think that the company is harming public wealth globally, I will go out for whistleblowing. I will try to speak with my managers and directs first, and get to know that what the actual situation is, and if we can try to get something, or we can connect to someone and speak to them about the situation. If there is no help that UBS wants to do, then I should go ahead with whistleblowing.
Okay, you will go ahead with whistleblowing as a last resort, but don't you think you might lose your job? There will be a lot of implications, and it's just very easy to just maybe do your work, ignoring everything.
No, as in it doesn't. If it is harming people, or if it is harming
But it's
people's
not harming
health,
you, right? You will get a lot of profit end of it. Just ignore.
no, how will I get a lot of profit in the end of it? Anyways,
Because your
if even
company
if
is
I
there.
would
If you
be,
whistleblow, it might actually be on news, and your company's stock prices might fall. A lot of people might lose jobs. People might lose credibility in your company.
yeah, I agree. But yeah, and nothing would be on me. First of all, whistleblowing policies are such that you don't have to expose your identity in most of the cases. And the second thing is, it's good then if the company is following, they will realize that they are doing something wrong and they should go on the ethical side. So yeah, in the short term, it would be somewhat misleading for some people that they are losing jobs, or they are getting disvalued. But in the long term, it would be good for the global economy and
Okay. Since you spoke a lot about values, do you know about the values XLRA stands by?
depth. No, again.
Okay. So you are interviewing for XLRA and you don't know about the values. Fine. No worries. So could you also tell me like, okay, since you don't know about the values of XLRI, do you know anything about the culture of XLRI, like the kind of fests or anything which you have researched about website पे दिख गया वैसे type of?
Thing I know is about XLRI Alumni Network. I don't know why it has got its fancy name that it's called as Excel Mafia. And yeah, I think this is very interesting to know what Excel Mafia is, about the strong alumni network.
Okay. So you don't know, okay, alumni network is fine. So you haven't researched much
And
about the fests. Fine, fine, ठीक है.
one more thing I know is that Excel has some program in which you are taken to some Adivasi village and you get to know about the people there. You get to learn. So I'm also interested to know about what is taught over there, what things you get to learn from them.
Okay. Okay, that's known as Onurum. Fine. So I'm done. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, if you would tell me more about the program I spoke about just now.
Okay, so basically the program which you were referring to is known as Onurum. So what happens in our term one, we have two programs. One is Tata Adventure Camp where we are taken for adventure, and this one is Onurum where we are divided into villages, and we'll have to basically there's a study village and the stay village. So basically we have to stay in a villager's house. We have to know more about their lifestyle. It's a 3 day program. We have to know more about their lifestyle. We'll have to make a map. We have to know more about the government policies and schemes. So these are all the initiatives which we get to know about, and we have to submit a report at the end as a part of our study to know more, just to know more about the schemes and the relations there. So it's a quite interesting program. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah,
It's interesting. Thank you.
yeah, no worries. Okay, so yes, okay, I'm done. So let's jump into the feedback. So the
Yes.
things which actually need revision is, yeah. So first thing is, know more about the values of XLR. It's very important.
Yeah.
Values of
I have been
XLRI,
looking.
you have to know more about it. Secondly, try researching more on the events which XLRI has. Because the previous mock I took, she actually knew a lot about it, which you don't know now. So it's totally fine. Just research more because your interview is tomorrow. So thoda research kar lo aaj hi. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Then also more about the history of Shaniwar Wada. Uh, but speak more about Shivaji Maharaj and the history because since you're mentioning more about it, you should actually know about. Since you're mentioning Shaniwar Wada, you should know more about it. 1 minute. Okay. Yes. And since you mentioned about Savitribai Phule, the name of the husband is Jyotirao Phule. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
JP
you
Rahul.
forgot that. Yeah. So that is one more thing. It's very important, and you know knew who Savitribai Phule was, so it's totally fine because people do ask about it. My friend got asked about Savitribai Phule in I am Lucknow interview. Okay.
Okay.
And also the type of databases. Your ACADS, you need more revision on your ACADS about DBMS. The I wanted to grill more on ACADS, but it's fine. You have work ex of 1.5 years, so we went to that there. Okay. And the values of XLR, ethics. Ethics should never be compromised. So never ever say an unethical solution when you're in the interview. That is one thing. And you could be grilled more on your hobbies. You told about treks, drums, and table tennis. So we didn't have time since it was only a 20 minutes slot. Else I would have asked you more about the trekking spots because it's a part of Western Ghats. So Pune has a lot of trekking spots and with a lot of
Yes.
diverse history. So try to at least know more about one or two trekking spots. Okay. And their history. Since it's your hobby, you should know more about it. Then also problem solving and C++. You knew about polymorphism, encapsulation and all. It's very good. Then your ACADs need this. And whistleblowing, yes, but try to focus more on the ethical aspect of it. Ethics is your top priority. That is one thing. And yeah, the boat strategy, you told very well about it. The Wheatstone Bridge, you told very well about it. That what is a balanced Wheatstone Bridge. I was not expecting you to remember, but I'm
I
glad you
had
remember.
read about it actually
Oh,
just two,
okay.
3 days ago. Yeah.
Okay, the cats. Ah, that's why I thought key because people don't remember mostly about it. Okay, 1 minute.
So what else in ACADS like
Yeah, I even
DBMS?
asked.
Okay.
I think I asked you about the inventor of transformer, right? It was
Yeah.
Michael Faraday. You might have read about Faraday's laws and all
Yeah.
also, no? since you have a work ex in computer engineering, and also you told me about your electronics and telecommunications, and when I asked your favorite subject, you told me about digital circuits. So you might be actually asked on this transformer, AC, DC, and all. So you should know
Yeah.
all these people and how AC is converted to DC, the basic voltage of the appliances which we use at our homes.
Hmm.
How is it different in US? Like, why do we have 220? Why do they have 110? So these all basics you might be asked about your records, and everything you mention about it. Like also ENTC, they might ask you a bit about your UG subjects. CS though you have work but ACADS may they'll ask you more on your ENTC subjects. That is one thing.
So ENTC may have prepared two subjects. One is power devices and circuits, and the second is optic fibers.
Hmm.
So if I had thought like if I want the interviewers not to talk a lot, so then I say power devices and circuits. Or if I want them to talk a lot on my subjects, then I say this, that is optic fibers.
Okay,
So as an
okay.
optic fibers is a hot topic now. Everyone uses optic fibers.
You're not audible. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Optic fibers, yes, yes. It is a hot topic,
You
and
asked, yeah.
I couldn't actually get into the more like India ka perspective, India sales or major companies, major competitors in optic fibers. But you might be asked more about India's angle, कि India में business कैसे चल रहा है optic
Oh,
fibers का. तो India's perspective से you can learn more about it. That is one thing. ठीक है, that is one. And also geopolitics. I didn't get time to touch upon geopolitics because you actually gave me a lot of questioning scope in UG only. So yeah, that is
yeah.
one good thing. So geopolitics, you might be asked कि India का like a share of optic fibers, some major competitors in optic fibers, the like how is India positioning itself globally in optic fibers and all, since it's a hot topic now. Okay, so try.
But this is like too much related to optic fibers. I didn't imagine they can. Okay.
They will grill you a lot because I'm telling you, when you sit for the interview, you'll get to know about it. They can because it's not like they expect you to know about it. It's to
Yeah.
see how well you're able to handle the stress. They'll grill you till you actually reach a point where you don't know. So it's not to demotivate you, it's just to make you prepared. Don't be afraid because a lot of people are grilled.
Okay.
Okay. So that is the thing. So try to read a little about geopolitics, whatever is going right now. What is the share? What is the GDP of India? All this. थोड़ा पढ़ लेना आज रात को, ठीक है, कल इंटरव्यू है तो एटलीस्ट आज के
Okay.
करंट अफेयर्स पढ़ के जा. ठीक है, दैट इज वन थिंग. या सो दीज आर द ओनली थिंग्स. ज्यादा लोड मत लेना, जितना थोड़ा बहुत फीडबैक दिए वो थोड़ा रिवाइज कर लेना.
Yes. एंड मैंने अपने एसओपी में एआई के बारे में लिखा है, तो आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग क्वेश्चंस कि एआई के बारे में आएंगे.
I didn't
Uh,
ask you on AI because I thought that you will know more,
you thought
you will know a
I'll
lot
be
about it
prepared
and you would be
actually.
prepared on it.
Yes.
That's why I asked you more on DBMS and C++.
Hmm.
Because
So
it's not more like on your SOP because I read your SOP. You told more about how AI is used in organizations and yes, yes. But yeah, the thing is, they won't ask you because you'll obviously know about it. And I'll only
yeah.
grill you on, you can only give me the scope of grilling on those topics which you don't know about it. But you
Yes.
are expected to know about it, like your UG subjects. So that is the thing.
Yes. So these two subjects are enough, right? No more subjects have to
Yeah,
get.
yeah,
Like
enough for
I've
today.
also
Just be
done
more
logic
confident
gates.
and be prepared in these subjects. That is all I have
Yeah.
to say.
I've
Yeah.
also done logic gates and all if they anyways go in that
Yeah, XOR,
direction.
XOR. Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
okay. I don't think they'll ask if they have the background in it, they might actually go in depth, but these basic things. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like जितना cards होता है कर लो, it's totally fine.
And वो whistleblowing के बारे में what you said, like it was a good answer, right? Or
Yeah,
I need to
whistleblowing,
improve
yes,
on it?
yes. You have to be ethical with your approach. You can be more like कि I'll whistleblow, but in a strategic way. It's not like कि तुम बस ऐसे ही जाके whistleblow कर रहे हो.
हाँ.
Till कि I'll approach formal channels, I'll build consensus, I'll actually try to collect people and like get on board कि this is why this is unethical. So that I'll build a team and I'm sure I'll find people within organization who actually agree with me. So that you'll
Yes.
form a team and उस हिसाब से you can actually do that.
Okay.
So
हाँ मतलब
yeah, you have
Swiss
to be
का तो
critical
नाम.
thinker here. It's not like
Yeah.
emotional thinker भी. You have to be critical thinker कि formal channels कैसे है. You just see कि you say कि I'll look for whistleblowing mechanisms. I'll see what kind of mechanisms are in place in my organization, and I'll very strategically proceed with it. That is it.
Okay. And one more thing is like I work in a Swiss bank, and if you know कि most of the people जो होता है जो उनका money होता है they invested in a Swiss bank. Why it is because no one discloses what money they have. No, there is no tax. Like the tax authorities, they never know about the revenue that you have kept in a Swiss bank. So this is actually against the ethics. Means to be honest, black money जो होता है वो Swiss bank में जाता है. And
Okay.
and our bank, the major thing we work is on wealth management. The major revenue comes from wealth management. That works on this money that we have. So
Oh, so they
what
might
do
actually ask you a little on ethics part. Yeah, yeah. Since you told me about it, I was not actually aware of it, but yeah, since you told me, the profs might be aware and they might ask you more on ethics. They might grill you on it, but whatever you say, just try to be ethical as possible. Okay? Because even if they sense you are a little unethical, it will act against you, not for you.
yeah, but this is sounding like I'm unethical, right? I'm working in a
It is,
bank that does, yeah.
but you can
So
say, but
then,
actually, end of it, it's more like you got a job and you got to do it, but try to be as ethical as possible while answering. Like, end of it, even the profs know that sometimes majburi, you have a job and you're working for it, so
yeah.
it's fine. Just whenever if they are not aware of it, they might not even grill you on this, but if they are aware, try to be more ethical and say ki, like, yeah, this is the thing, but whenever we are dealing with it, we
Or if
deal it
I
with
should
in an
show
ethical way.
you are okay, or I should try to show that I don't know about this part. I
No,
should just
no.
speak about that Swiss
I'm
bank are
sure
the
that
yeah.
No. I don't think this will work because obviously you work there, so ye mat karna. Just it's like it's not like you are unethical. It's more like the people who invest their money are unethical. No, you just say ki you try to be as honest as possible in dealing. Matlab you don't do any theft or something from the bank, right? You are just doing your
Yeah,
job.
yeah,
It's the people. The
yeah.
onus of being unethical falls on the people. That's it.
Yeah.
So you're honest with your work. That's the only thing. That's the
No,
only
like
thing you have to focus on.
I can give them different reasons why people keep money in the Swiss bank. That is, Swiss economy is a stable economy. There are the best investors that are present in Swiss, etc.
Yeah,
So I have
give these
different.
reasons. I think these are good. Give these
Yeah.
reasons. Yeah, just don't focus on unethical side. Give these good reasons. Ki this is the reason. Like due to the economy and since they are best investors, they know their market game. So that's why people actually invest here. That's a better answer. Any day. Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else? And all about this XLR. So, in the end of the interview, I was thinking to say that thank you. I hope you give me the opportunity to be a part of Excel Mafia. So, what do you think? I should say this or
It depends on the mood. If you have been terribly grilled or it was a very bad interview, then don't say it. If it was a very good interview, very light-hearted panelists, बहुत अच्छे friendly थे, then you can say it. It will actually depend on the interview how it goes at the end of it. If you are in the mood and सब अच्छा था vibe बोल देना वरना मत बोलना.
ओके एंड इंट्रो में भी वही था कि एक लास्ट लाइन जो थी वो इट वाज एक्चुअली कि एंड आई नेवर से एंड आई रेयरली से नो टू अ मैच ऑफ टेबल टेनिस